Chalo, sir. So again, very good evening to everyone. And I hope I'm audible as well as visible. I hope you guys can see me, hear me clearly. Chalo. So with that being said, this is the part 2. As I've discussed yesterday, this is the part 2 of the hour analysis. So yesterday in the part 1 session, what we did, we have analyzed the types of different types of questions that they can ask you. That is generally asked from the chapter profit and loss, right? Profit and loss ka sir different types of questions. So what we will do today, so these are the types that I had discussed. These were the types. So generally, I've given you examples of 12 types. I told you apart from that also there are a couple more types from here you can expect to get questions here and there. Now what I'll do, I have taken a few questions. Again, it's impossible for me to solve questions from each and every topic, right, in one class. So definitely I'll try my best and solve a few questions from there. So today the class will be mostly about solving questions. The class will be mostly about solving questions. For the beginners, we'll see how we can approach questions. So all these questions that I have taken, these are all PYQs. These are PYQs from CGL. From only CGL I've taken. I've not taken questions from any other exam. As we are discussing, mainly keeping or focusing on CGL itself. So these are PYQs from CGL, but again, similar exam like questions just by changing values have been asked in NTPC, have been asked in CHSL, have been asked in MTS, different exams where they have asked this. So again, with that in mind, Jagdish, very good evening, brother. Very good evening. So with that in mind, let us start with our first question of the day. So again, we'll do it. Maintain a little good speed. We'll solve at least. Let's see how many we can solve. We'll try to solve the maximum. So first question right in front of you guys. Solve. Try for 30 seconds. I can give you guys 30 seconds to try definitely. Very basic questions, because these sessions are mostly targeted for beginners who are just starting out the preparation. So I've kept the levels very low. I'm not discussing any advanced questions. So these are PYQs asked in the exams. Again, any answers, sir? Any answers? Please feel free to answer. Please feel free to answer. So 30 seconds is over. Chalo, sir. How can we solve this? A man lost this much percentage by selling at this. What will be the gain percentage by selling it for this? Sir, first things first. Sir, if a person is selling like losing this much, 15%, that means what? That means if I take CP as 100%, loss is 15%. So SP will be how much, sir? SP will be 85%. And that is given as SP, selling it for 46575 rupees. So first things first, I need to figure out the CP. So CP will be how much, sir? CP will be the value for 100%. So 100% will be CP, sir. So that will be 4675 by 85 into 100, sir. So 5 say 17, 5 9s are 45, 5 3s are 15, 5 5s are this. So 17 5s are 85. 17 5s are 85. So again 55s. So this is 5500 rupees. So this is CP. Now let's say if I sell it for 6050, how much will be the profit now? Because this is CP. This is now my SP. How much is profit? 500 here and 50 here. So 550 rupees profit. Now they are asking what is the profit percentage? Sir, 550 rupees profit on 5500, sir. Anybody, you don't need to do calculations. You will say, sir, this is nothing but 10% profit. This is nothing but 10% profit. Option number 4, that's the answer. That is the answer. Sai, very good evening. Jagdish, yes, 4 is the correct answer. You see, very couple of lines only. Couple of lines only. Perfect, everyone. Perfect, sir. Very simple. Chalo, moving on. Moving on, sir. Moving on to the next question. Again, I'll give you a few seconds. 30 seconds should be enough for this. 30 seconds should be more than enough for this question. Everyone, please try to solve. Please try to solve this. Jaldi se, sir. Everybody, tell me the answer. Tell me the answer, please. Jagdish has already given 1 as the answer. Sir, this is what type of question? Sir, I told you these are very important questions. These are very important. वो देखो. So just a second. These are very important questions actually. Sir, every time I give the timer, now we face this problem. Sir, this is the CP ratio SP based questions. Very common, but very simple to solve as well. Very simple to solve if you know how to solve. Sir, what is to be given? Whatever the equation is, write it. From there, figure out the CP ratio SP. Selling price of 75 articles. So SP of one article, I'm saying that's SP, let's say. So SP of 75 is SP into 75. It is equal to CP of cost price of how many articles, sir? Of 60 articles. So, sir, from there, you can take CP by SP or SP by CP, anything works. Sir, here, I'm taking SP by CP. SP by CP is 60 by 75. So 15 fours are this, 15 fives are this. So this is 4 divided by 5. So for percentage purpose or for understanding, sir, can I say this? Sir, SP is 4 rupees, CP is 5 rupees, sir. Now, then the approximate loss or gain percentage. Sir, I'm like buying it for 5 rupees, selling it for 4 rupees. Meaning I'm making some loss of 1 rupees. Out of CP is 5 rupees, sir. So 1 rupee loss out of 5 rupees. Sir, percentage means into 100, which is 20%. But again, there is loss, sir. Option is, sir, loss of 20%, which is option number 1, sir. Which is option number 1. So again, it's very simple. It is very simple. Not a very difficult question. Not a very difficult question, right? Dogs are barking suddenly. Next one, sir. Next one, sir. Again, I'll give you a few seconds. Chalo. 30 seconds again should be enough. Should be enough. So this question, similar question, was like, again, this is a PYQ from 2024. Last to last year. Because last year I'm considering this year's exam only, 25. Because it has already happened. It has already happened. Any answers? Any answers, sir? Any answers? In at least 5 shifts, 2024, meaning this year, a few days back only we had an exam. So before, previous to that this exam, this question was asked. Shakti is saying 325. Let's see, Shakti. Achha. So Shakti is saying this one. So at least in 5 shifts, they had given similar question just by changing this value, changing this and this value. That's all. Now the mistake, sir. If you try and take this value, again, you will get to your answer. I'm not saying it will be wrong. It will be very time taking. So please understand the concept. This is called a dummy data. And this happens very regularly in SSC. These are certain things you have to understand, you have to learn. So dummy data means this data is not really required for us to give the answer. Read the question properly. Find the profit or the gain percentage. Given that Aditi sold her scooter for this much, gaining 1/5 on the selling price. Sir, what is this? It is basically a CP ratio SP question. Sir, CP ratio SP, sir. Understand, sir. I'm just writing this. So what I'm saying, sir, SP is 5 rupees I'm taking. SP is 5 rupees. I don't need this data. This is dummy data. I'll not use it. Because 1/5, so I'm taking 5 rupees. So that means profit is how much, sir? 1/5 of 5. 1/5 of 5. So profit is 1 rupee. Profit is always on CP. So can I say CP then is 4 rupees? Because 4 plus 1 only gives you 5. 4 plus 1 only gives you 5. So that means profit of 1 rupee, they are asking actual profit percentage. Sir, 1 rupee profit on 4 rupees. Sir. 1 rupee profit on 4 rupees. Percentage means into 100. So that is 25%. You can say this option number 3 is the answer. Very, 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 very simple. Jagdish, no, 1 is not the answer, brother. 1 is not the answer. Now the question, what the mistake everybody said, iska, sir, sold this is SP given. So again, sir, 1/5 of this will be profit and they do everything. But again, you see this, you don't need. Now, there is one simple thing. There is another simple thing that you can do. Always remember, sir. Sir, if this is 1/5, 1/5 stands for 20%. So this is the profit on SP. Profit on SP is 20%. Please understand. So they are asking what will be the profit on CP. What is going to be the profit on CP? So you can say 100 into 20 by, sir, 100 minus 20. So ऐसे भी कर सकते हो. This is a shortcut. So remember, sir, if you do this, you see just like 20 and this is 80 means by 4. 4 sir, 25 sir. I'm giving you the shortcut. So ultimately the shortcut, if I write it down normally, if profit on SP, they are saying X% profit. So profit on CP is always 100X divided by 100 minus X%. And if the opposite is given or that is given, profit on CP is X%, profit on SP they are asking, this is 100X divided by 100 plus X%. But I'm giving you the shortcuts, but again, I'm recommending, don't use. Don't use this. Again, I'm not a big fan of these short formula-based shortcuts because if you go like this, if you take this approach, so how many formulas, if you like at the end, just before your exams, you will see there are 500 such formulas that you know, or that I have said, or some other faculty has told you. But the problem is that how many can you remember? So this is not the way you learn mathematics or you learn this subject of quant. So you learn conceptually. You see, this is not also a very simple technique. You like it will also like you can do it within 30 seconds. So this is a more than a good method so that you don't need to go for all these formulas. But again, if someone is interested, for them, I've just given you a shortcut. Perfect. Perfect, sir. So just for your understanding. Now, next one. Next one, sir. Again, 30 seconds should be enough. Please do. Please do this. 30 seconds. जल्दी से बनाओ सर. Any answers? Any answers, sir? Any answers at all, sir? Any answers at all? Third one. Third 700. I got two answers. Both are saying 700. Third one. Chalo dekhte hain, sir. CP is given to you guys. Okay. CP is given. Profit as a percentage of selling price is given. What is the actual profit? Sir, I've just given you the shortcut. Garva ho gaya, sir. Sir, again, if I say this is a question from CGL mains, I don't really remember the year. It will be either 21 or 2022. I'm quite certain it is among these 2 years. Exact which year, I'm not really certain. I can check and tell you, but again, you see, I've given you a shortcut, but again, we'll not do it. We will not do it like that. And this, sir, ये भी हमको नहीं चाहिए. This also we don't need. Just a second. Again, the software is giving problem. Just a second. Sir, we will not need this. So what I'll do, sir, CP, SP. So 20% stands for again 1 by 5. 1 by 5, sir. So this data, this 2800 will need here because the question is asking you the value, not percentage. So, but again, we'll need it at the end. First, figure out the percentage. Sir, SP, I'm taking 5. So profit will be 1 rupees. So CP will be 1 rupee less, that is 4 rupees. That is 4 rupees. So profit percentage as on CP, sir, 1 rupee profit on 4. That means 25%. You don't need it. You can say 1/4 is the profit. Now CP ka 1/4. CP is 2800 and 1/4 of that is profit. So you can figure it out from there. So it is nothing but 700 rupees, which is definitely option number 3. Which is most definitely option number 3. You see, very simple question. Very simple question. Not difficult at all. Not difficult at all, sir. Sir, this one. This one, sir. This one, sir. A man, I'm not giving you time. I just want to take, like, kind of discuss something. A man loses this much by selling an article for this much. If he sells it for this much, what will be the gain or loss percentage? So again, it's very similar to the first question. So I need, from the first line, what do I need? I need to figure out the value of CP. So ultimately, this is what we call modular method. I have used that in the beginning. So 28% loss in this situation, always think like this. It means what? It means if CP is my 100%, my SP will be, loss is 28%. So my SP will be set 72%. So this 72% is 144. So 1% is 2. So 100%, my CP, that is 200 rupees, can I say? And once I know my CP, so now the SP is 288. So that means profit is how much? In this case, the profit will be 88 rupees, sir. Now, percentage profit they are asking. So 88 rupees profit out of 200 into, sir, 100. You calculate, sir, that is 44%. 44% gain. Option number 3 is the correct answer. Option number 3 is most definitely your correct answer. Again, sir, you see couple of lines. Couple of lines only we are doing. It's not very difficult. It's not very like anything at all. It is not anything at all. It's all about understanding and being able to solve the questions. It is all about understanding and being able to solve the questions. Now again, another very interesting type that we called the successive selling. This is what we called the successive selling. Again, very basic. This is also CGL PYQ, sir. ये क्या है? Shakti, what happened? What happened, brother? Why are you staring at me like this? What happened? बताओ जी, what happened भाई? What happened? चलो 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 चलो. अच्छा, I forgot to give you timer. I forgot to give you timer. So successive dealing questions, how to deal with those? देखो, it's very simple. It is actually very very simple. Think like this, sir. First, you figure out the chain. It's all about understanding the chain. We'll put values later on. A sells to B, B sells to C, C to D. Okay. So A sells to B, B sells to C, C sells to D. Correct? Now the profit loss, let's put. A sells to B at a loss of 20%. So 20% loss means I'm giving a downward arrow for our understanding. Now, B to C, 12.5% of profit. Okay, 12.5%. Profit means upward arrow. C to D, loss of 8%. Now they are saying D buys it for this much. Sir, again, please understand. B will sell it to C for a certain amount and C will buy it. So successive dealing a concept is, sir, whatever price at which B is selling, C is buying it at the same price. So that means, can I say selling price, like price for B, whatever that is exactly equal to the CP of C. That will be the buying price for C. Again, sir, for D, whatever is the selling price for C, it is equal to the buying price for D. Again, sir, for this, whatever is the selling price of A, that is the CP of B, sir. And this is how the chain actually progresses. Now they will give you, sir, this value is given. This set of values are given to you as 248.40. Now they will ask you, generally they ask the CP of A, but here they are asking something else. So losses of A and C. Difference between these two losses. This loss and sir this loss. This two losses का difference पूछ रहा है sir. Sir, please understand. Please understand. If they are asking this, generally you have two ways to go. Sir, you can either start from this end. In that case, you don't need to take any variables. Another thing, you can start from this end. Like thinking wise, concept wise, this is better. This is easier. But again, in this case, you need to like assume a variable x, y, z, whatever. Right? So what I'm doing, as you guys are starting out, so I'm taking this method. I'm using this method. Advanced, once you have done these questions, like 10, 50 questions, so you can start from there as well. Direct ho jata hai. Using the modular method, the last method we understood. So 100x if this is, then 20x is the loss here. So B will buy it or A will sell it for 80x. Sir. Sir, on that, 12.5% is 1 by 8. So that much profit. So this value will be 88x. Right? That means like 1 by 8 means 1 by 8 of this. Achha, sorry, 1 by 8 of this now. Extremely sorry. 1 by 8 is 10x. So 1 by 8 is 10x. So 10x profit. So 90x. Now again, so 20x was the profit here. Now the loss here will be 19 to 8. So that is 7.2x. 8 nines is 72. So 8% of 90x. This is the loss. And D has to buy it or C has to sell it for how much? So 90x minus this. So 90 minus 7 is 83. So 82.8x. Now this value is given to you as this. This value is given to you as this. So just put the value and figure out the value of x. 82.8x is equal to 248.40. 0.4 gone sir. सर 3 से जाएगा सर 328 z 84 yes direct 3 से चला गया. So x is 3. Now again I need what only? So 20x is the loss of A, 7.2x is the loss of C. So I just need the value of 20x minus 7.2x. So 13, so 12.8 x का value चाहिए. So x is equal to 3. So 36 and say 2.4, 38.4 rupees. 38.4 is option number 2. And that's done. That is done, sir. Shakti, yes, your answer is absolutely correct. You see, generally these type of questions, you need to do a couple lines more than the previous ones. But again, you see, this is conceptually not difficult at all. You need to go step by step. And if you make a mistake in any of the steps, then you are in trouble. But conceptually, you see, this is not a very difficult question at all. Conceptually, nothing is there that can trouble you. They can ask you different things. But again, whatever they ask, once you are able to find the value of this x, anything they ask from this chain, you can answer. Their favorite type of question is they always ask what is the CP of this, meaning the value of 100x. So in this case, if they ask that, so the answer would have been 300. That's all. That's all, sir. Clear, everybody? Everybody, I hope this is clear. I hope this is absolutely clear. So this is the next very important type. This is the had he sold type. Had he sold type. Very important type, sir. Very common type. Now, let us do, sir. 1, 2, 3, 30 seconds. Jaldi se try kar do. Jaldi se, sir, please try. Please try this. Please try this, sir. Very, 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 very quickly. Very, 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 very quickly. Answers. Any answers, sir? Any answers? Any answers? Shakti answers, Jagdish, Sai, anybody? Any answers? Sir, देखो, in these situations, to understand the whole thing. Sir, rather, sir, think like this. Sir, what they have given? Sir, 0. Let's say this is number line. For our understanding, this is 0 in between. So loss of 15%, one situation. Loss means minus. So this is minus 15%. Understand this. And had he sold it for this much rupees more, he would have gained 9%. 9% means this is plus. So this difference is something you understand. So what is the difference of percentage? Because please understand this concept here. Ultimately, I told you in my paid classes, everything, this chapter has everything to do with percentage. Sir, CP, be it profit or be it loss, everything is a percentage of what? Everything is a percentage of CP. So ultimately, be it a loss, be it profit, ultimately both are percentages of CP. So ultimately, what is the difference between them, sir? Sir, the difference between them, because understand, sir, if you are not okay with this, 0 to 9 meaning this distance is 9, 0 to 15 meaning, be it minus, it doesn't matter. This is 15. So total distance is 24, meaning 24%. That's the reason I've drawn this line. 24%, which is in terms of value or money is 30.60. So can I say 24% is equal to rupees 30.60. They're asking to gain 10%. He should have sold it for how much? Sir, if I need to gain 10%, so that means CP is always 100%. So if I want to make a gain of 10%, this will be 110%. So will be 110% ka value. So 30.60 by 24 into 100. So double zero gone, two zeros this gone. Calculate kar do, sir. 24, 24, 24. 24 ones are 24, 66. 24 twos are 48. 22 4 twos are 48. उधर से सर 50, 66, 16, 18, 180, 180 सर पॉइंट में आएगा, पॉइंट में आ रहा है सर. सर एक काम करो देन 6 से कर देते हैं. 60, हाँ सर 6 से जाएगा. 6 5s are this, सर 6 10s, सर 2 से जाएगा. 2 से 2 25s are this, 5s are this. So this is going to be 12s are this. Sir 15, 7.5. 127.5 option में नहीं है. Have I made a mistake, brothers? Have I made a mistake? Have I made a mistake? 30.60. ये रुक जाओ, हमने कुछ गलत कर दिया क्या? हमने कुछ गलत कर दिया क्या कैलकुलेशन में? हाँ, कैलकुलेशन में तो गलत किया. 110%. अरे यार, sorry, extremely sorry everyone. I've written 110 here, but again there I've written 100%. My mistake. Extremely sorry. 30.60 by 24 into 110. Here instead of 110 I've written 100. Extremely sorry. Sir, ये हटाओ सर, ये भी कोई मतलब का नहीं है. This gone. सर 24 से, बट 11 है ना, हाँ 11 से हो जाएगा सर. 24 से 12 से डिडक्ट कर दो सर, 2 रहा था सर. 12 से सर 12 2 are 24. अच्छा, अभी तो 12 से भी नहीं जाएगा, 6 से जाएगा. 6 से जाएगा सर. 6 से करो. 6 4 6 5s are this. 0 चला गया ना. So 6 5s are 30, 6 1s are this. So 51 into 11, 516, that is by 4. Sir, 140.25. 140.25, option number 2 is the answer. Achha. Now, another technique. Either, like, I don't know क्या calculation में कर रहा होता. Extremely sorry. Now, और एक छोटा सा चीज देखो सर. सर एक छोटा सा चीज देखो everyone. Sir, please understand one thing. Please try and understand one thing. If you can. Sir, ये जो 110% है ना, this will not be working in this question. Please understand why. Because options में decimal है. If these options were integers, all the options, if all the options were integers, then looking at this 110%, 110% means what? It would have been 110 divided by 100. So it would have been a multiple of 11. So rather than solving the question, you could have checked for 11 multiple among the 4 options as well. वो भी एक टेक्निक होता है शॉर्टकट वाला. ठीक है, बट अगेन डिपेंड्स वेरी मच ऑन द क्वेश्चन. Depends very much on the question. Perfect. Here you see you cannot use that. Here you see you cannot use that. Because why? Why not? Because there is this point wala part. Because always remember, this multiple checking technique does not work if you have this division. If you have this. So usko काम कराने के लिए ना करता है. In order for that to work, you have to make sure नीचे you are maintaining a decimal system, meaning the denominator is either 10, 100, 1000, like that. So that will be double work. So 4 meaning you have to multiply 25 up and down. So it's more work than shortcut, right? So it's a very tricky thing. It's a very tricky thing, which is definitely not of any use to us. Which is not of any use to us, at least for this question. Sir, next one, please. Next one, please. Next one, please. Yes, Jagdish. We can use the 11 wala par multiple technique. Chalo, chalo, chalo. Next one, next one, next one. सर 10 प्रॉफिट है हाँ यस शक्ति वही मिस हो गया था भाई वही मिस हो गया था भाई एट रिटन टू द लेफ्ट राइट में मिस हो गया था क्या है ना हमारा भी तो दिमाग एक ही है समटाइम्स आई ऑल्सो मिस अच्छा अपन सेलिंग आर्टिकल at 3/7 of the marked price MP. So one MP question, just a loss of 30% is incurred. What is the ratio between the MP and the CP? Very simple, sir. MP ko let's take 70 rupees. Now, why I'm taking this? Why not 70x or 7x? You see, nowhere in this question they have given you a value. This much rupees, this much something. Nowhere in this question. So that gives us the free hand to take a value. Because ultimately they are asking a ratio. Ratio means it's a relative term. It is a relative term. Ratio, percentage, these are all relative terms. Whenever you see this and there is no value involved in the question, you can always take direct value, 70. Sir, so SP is how much, sir? Sir, 3/7, meaning 30 rupees. Now this 30 rupees, so CP I'm figuring out directly using the modular method. 30 represents what? Sir, loss of 30%. Loss of 30% means if CP is 100%, then SP is 70%. So SP 30 rupees, it represents 70%. I need, or 70, I'm not writing percentages because it will cancel. I need CP. CP means I need the value for 100%. So this is your CP, sir. So this is 300 by 7 rupees. Now they are asking the ratio between this and this. They are asking us to figure out the ratio between, first is MP to this. So MP is 70, MP ratio CP. So 70 ratio 300 by 7. So meaning 490 ratio 300. So 49 ratio 30, which is option number 1, sir. Which is option number 1. And that is the answer for this particular question. क्या था? Very simple, couple of lines only. But again, please understand, with proper understanding of the topic and a lot of practice, you will get this idea of like thinking about approaching the questions in a simple manner. That's always the most important thing. That is always the most important thing. How to approach the questions in a simpler manner. There are multiple approaches for each and every question. Which one will be the easier? How to think in an easier fashion. That's the most important thing. Right? Achha. Now I'll give you one homework question. So this is going to be your homework question for the day. This is dishonest dealing question. This will be your homework question of the day. So this will be your dishonest dealing. If you get stuck here, we will solve it in the next class, next week's class. Okay? Now, with that being said, this marks the end for our profit and loss chapter. Next week also, I'll do the exact same thing. So I'll do like I will try to do the class a little earlier, not on Fridays and Saturdays, thoda mid of the week. Let's see where we're thinking about doing that. So next week we will do the same thing with a chapter time and work. Okay? Next week we will do the same thing with the chapter time and work. So again, we'll take couple of days. One day I'll like talk about what have asked, what have been asked, different types, क्या पूछ सकते हैं, क्या पूछा गया है, everything we'll discuss, and definitely on the second day we'll solve the questions. Shakti, uh, okay, so Shakti, we'll see, brother, we will see definitely. Okay. So again, that will then be all. Thank you so much. If you have loved the class, please do hit the like, and if you have any feedback, if you want to like share some feedback, any queries, anything at all, any questions, feel free to use the comment section for that. I generally reply from my personal ID. Take care. So thank you so much. Take care. I will see you guys in the next week. Take care. Bye bye.